Hi everyone, I am Golden Ashwini. I am here to present assembler directives in microprocessor and microcontroller. So on completion of this video, students will be able to explain what is assembler directives, and they can also explain what are the instructions used for the assembler directives. So basically we need to know what is meant by assembly language, right? Low level languages for programming computers, microprocessor, microcontrollers and other ICs. So assembler directive, a statement to give direction to the assembler to perform the task of the assembly process. Okay, so control the organization of the program, provide the necessary information to the assembler to understand assembly language programs and generate necessary machine codes, and also it indicate how an operand or a section of the program is to be processed by the assembler. Okay, it also consists of two types of statement: instruction and directives. So what is meant by instruction? Translated to a machine code by the assembler. Then directives are not translated to the machine codes. Okay, next we are going to see the important terms and rules. Okay, what are the symbols, variables and constants are used in here? Okay, symbols means to signify different components of assembly language program. Okay, so it also consists of upper cases A to Z and lower cases A to Z. Okay, digits 0 to 9, then special characters, that means dollar, question mark, at, underscore, likewise. No distinction between the uppercase and the lowercase. Okay, then a hexadecimal number starting with A to F must begin with 0. Okay, otherwise will be taken as a symbol. Okay, then the variable means these are the symbols whose values can be varied while running a program. Name of the variable should be meaningful to make program maintenance easy. Okay, so a variable can be can use A to Z, that means uppercase or lowercase, 0 to 9, at, semicolon, or underscores. Okay, so digit can not be used as first character of the assembler variable. Okay, then constant, these are symbols whose value cannot be varied while running a program. Okay, numeric constants may be binary, decimal or hexadecimal numbers. Symbol B, D and H must be used at the end of the binary, decimal and the hexadecimal numbers. Okay, next we will going to see the important assembly directives of 8086. That means what are the directives? Okay, DB, DW, DD, DQ, DT, assume N directives, EQ directives, PROC, procedure, origin, ORG, segment, group, extent, type, length, name, likewise. Okay, these are the important assembly directives of 8086 microprocessor. Then DW directory is used to declare a byte to byte, that means 2 byte variable. A byte is made up of a 8 bit, right? So example, we can say prices db 49 Hz or 98 Hz, 29 Hz. This is declares the array of 3 bytes: 49, 98 and 29. These are 3 bytes named as prices and initialize them with a specified values. Then temp, okay, it's a name, temp. Then db 100 dup, the whole then question mark, set aside 100 bytes of storage in memory and give it the name temp, but leave the 100 bytes uninitialized. Then W means word. Okay, 2 bytes, 16 bits. For example, we can write the words DW 1 2 3 4 H, 3 4 5 6 H. It declares the it declares an array of 2 words. Then DD. Okay, this is declares used to declare a D word. Okay, double word is made up of 32-bit. 2 words of 2 words. That means a 4 bytes. example, array dd 2562926 This is defined a double word named array. Next one is dq. Okay, define code word. Okay, this is used to tell the assembler to declare a variable 4 words in length or to reserve 4 words of a storage in memory. Then dt, define 10 bytes. Okay. Then assume directive. It is used to tell the assembler that the name of the logical segment should be used for a specified segment. Okay, the 8086 work directly with only 4 physical segments: code segment, data segment, stack segment, and extra segment. Okay, for example, we can assume C as code, then D as data. Okay, this is tell the assembler that the logical segment named code contain the instruction statement for the program and should be treated as a code segment or data segment or logical segment data likewise. Then END means end program. Then ENDP, end procedure. Then ENDS means end segment. It signifies the end of the program or end of the procedure, then end of the logical segment likewise. Then EQU. This is EQ directive is used to give the name to some value or to a symbol. Okay, so each time the assembler find the name in the program, it will replace the name with the value or symbol you given to that name. Okay, for example, factor equals 03h. You have to write this statement at the starting of our program. Okay, later in the program you can use the name as a factor is a name, right? So add al comma factor. Okay, when it codes this instruction, the assembler will code it as addal. What's the factor equivalent as 03h, right? So addal comma 03h. So the advantages of using EQ in this manner is if a factor is used many number of times in the program and you want to change the value, all you had to do is change the EQ statement at the beginning. Okay, it will change the rest of all. Then procedure, the PROC directive is used to identify the start of the procedure. The term near or for is used to specify the type of procedure. Then org changes the starting offset address of the data in the data segment. As an assembler directive, a section of data declaration or instruction statement, it uses a location counter to keep track of how many bytes it's from the start of the segment at any time. Okay, the location counter is automatically set to 0000 when assembler starts reading a segment. Okay, the org directive allows you to set a location counter to a desired value at any point in the program. Then segment directive, it is used to indicate the start of logical segment. Okay, the syntax is segment, it is called name, then segment. Okay, additional terms are used or often added to a segment directive statement to indicate some special way in which we want to assembler to treat the segment. Then group, include, even, align. Okay, group is to group a logical segments named after the directive into one logical group segment. Okay, include, it is used to insert a block of source code from the named file into the current source model. Then even, this instruction is used instructs to increment the location of the counter to the next even address if it is not already in the even address. Then align means memory array is stored in word boundaries. Then extern, extern, used to tell the assembler that the name or label following the directives or in some other assembly model. Okay, then public directive is used to instruct the assembler that a specified name or label will be accessed from other model. Then type, ptr, pointer. Okay, type instructs that assembler to determine the type of variable and determines the number of bytes specified to the variable. Pointer, this directive is used to assign a specific type of variables or label. It is necessary to do this in any instruction where the type of operand is not clear. Then length. Length tells the assembler to determine the number of elements in some named data items such as a string or an array. Okay, then offset assembler directive tells the assembler to determine the offset or displacement of a named data. Okay, a procedure from the start of the segment which contains it. Then name, label, short and global. Okay, name is used to give a specific name to each assembly module when program consisting of several modules are written. Then label as an assembler directive, a section of data declarations or instructions, a statement. It uses a location counter to be kept track of how many bytes it is from the start of segment at any time. Then short, the short operators is used to tell the assembler that only a 1 byte displacement is needed to code the jump instruction in the program. The destination must be in the range of 128 bytes to 127 bytes from the address of the instruction after the jump. Then global, it is declare the symbol as a public or extern. Okay, so can be used in place of a public directives or in a place of an external directive. So for a name or symbol defined to the current assembly module. Okay. Okay, this is the basic structure of a program. Okay, in the first we are determining the segment. Okay, so name, data, segment. Then after that we are declaring some data, then data end. Then next we are going to give some name to the segment, name code segment. Okay, assume CS means code, right? So code segment, CS dot code, then DS data, ES extra and SS stack. Then whatever we are using, we are going to give it as a assume. Then we are starting the program. Okay, start. Then the program end. Okay, name code segment end yes, because the segment is ended here. So end yes. Then last one is end start. Okay, the starting program will be end in the using the end start instruction. Okay, quiz question on assembler directives. The assembler directive, which are the hints use some predetermined alphabetical strings are given to assembler. Okay, answer is assembler. Then the directive used to inform the assembler the names of the logical segment to be assumed for different segment used in the program is assume. Okay, thank you. Thanks for listening.